Evening, guys. Well, it's an interesting day today, so I'm letting go of one of my really early vintage John Sid saws, so Swedish, really a beautiful example as well, a vintage early Racket 60, so a rocket, Swedish for rocket. And I thought I'd show a couple of the other options you have if you love this era of saw and you are thinking about having something in the workshop which is not only an amazing piece of history but that just still perform staggeringly well. You've got some amazing choices from the 60s and 70s in this size of engine, so 56cc. So not necessarily in date order, but just, in fact, amazing spread of countries as well. So over in the corner, the Jobu, that's the L73. So started with the L7, 56cc, Norwegian, partner, mid-60s, spectacular obviously. So that's a 55cc, so we'll make it slightly differently as well. So the partner, Swedish, these are 36mm stroke, 44mm piston, absolutely punch above their weight, spectacular. Then the Racket, that is, what are they? They're 45-35, so they have a 45mm piston, a 35mm stroke, so 36-44, 45-35. So this is one of the Textron Terry XLs, slightly bigger, but only you'll see why as well. So this is the Canadian branch in this red, and these are 46-35, so only just, or 34.9. So only 1mm bigger on the piston, but gives you the extra cc, so nominal 58. And in the back, the American version, that's the Homelite 330, and technically a bit later, 1980s. So they're unusual because they're a longer stroke again. They're 37mm stroke with a 43mm piston, giving you just under 54cc. So, but when you use them, they feel, they just feel really, really torquey, just because of that tiny bit extra on the piston stroke. And then a spectacular Poulan 3400, 56cc, and of course, one of my beautiful 08 S's, and again, these are, again, how different the engines are. So 56cc, and this uses a 47mm piston and a 32mm stroke, so you have both ends of the design where they've gone much shorter stroke, relatively, and gone for a bigger piston, and then some have gone for a longer stroke, torquier with a smaller piston, but they're all spectacular in their own right. So we have, that's going to stay there again, maybe, or maybe not. Yeah, she'll stay there. So what a spread of countries: Norway, Sweden, Canada, America, American, Canadian, and West German. So I've got to say a shout out to a few people, a couple of fabulous guys in Scotland: Stu, Kieran, and over in Ireland, Barry, hope you're good. John, hope you're well. Tommy, so you've bought this beautiful, the Racket 60. So out of all of these saws from this era, well, a couple of these are slightly later, two are really, really rare, or rarer than the others, and the Racket is definitely one of those. So started life in the mid-60s, and obviously non-AV. This came from the most incredible estate in Glastonbury, in Wiltshire, Glastonbury, Somerset, or Wiltshire, I can't think. And along with this saw, I bought, which I still have these other saws as well, so I'm reluctant selling this one really, but I still have a Tornado and a Fury from this gentleman's estate, which was amazing. An amazing early DD8F Mark 1 Dan arm, and a whole host of others, in fact, and they're all incredible. So I haven't even had the bar and chain off of this girl, but the way he's kept some of the other saws, so grateful for you buying. I know you've bought this one blind, and she has always had, for a 56cc engine, for a 56cc, which is what, approaching 55, circa 55 years old. She's in gorgeous condition. So I gave her a cursory look over because, I appreciate all the business and the saws, and let's hope we don't have any more incidents like the Solo Rex with parts going missing. So she's... What have I done? I checked the fueling, and bless him, if he was still alive, I'm sure he'd kick himself for the few tiny mistakes he made when he reassembled this, and then it just got put on in his unit along with his other saws and was never run. So he'd evidently rebuilt the carb and had an air leak in the pump chamber for the carburetor. So I took the liberty of putting in another Tillotson kit for that, and a new fuel pickup. I didn't have the carburetor the spark plug, the vintage one I wanted to put in, but I put in a period champion plug working, and literally everything else is exactly as she came. And like I say, the bar and chain's never been off. And and I didn't like the spark plug cap, so I put on a period Lodge. Lodge have got an incredible name, Sir Oliver Lodge spark plug. Let me show you what this girl runs like. I hope it's a nice surprise. Kill switch, choke. It's an incredible engine. Choke off. Tommy, I hope that's a nice surprise. So she's just runs spectacular, and chain oil is working really, really well. I haven't touched the chain, and it's really interesting when you look at the chain. It's, bless him, when he's gone to sharpen it, he's sharpened, as you sometimes see on old chains, he's sharpened the leading edge from the top going down. So I haven't altered it. She's just hung up exactly as she was collected. Like I say, not even removed the side cover, and this beautiful handle shape that you get on the Racket 60. And of course, this is the John Sears, so this is before they changed and took the S off the name of the S off the end of John Sears. So that's an interesting read as well as to why that happened and when that happened. So there she is. Hope you love the saw. I shall pack her carefully in the morning and get her collected on Monday. Let me show you her on a restart. She's just a thing of absolute beauty. Tommy, many thanks again, and hopefully many more deals to come. Bye for now.